Hello and welcome back to my Pokémon Horizons review series. Today we are reviewing episode 13. Let's get started and I hope you enjoy. So after all the shenanigans with the Arboliver, surprise the ship has a problem again. I get that this sort of stuff will happen with ships, but I hope they don't just keep using the same excuse. They need to spread this sort of stuff out because it's starting to feel slightly repetitive. But I think by the end of the episode we kind of figure out why the ship wasn't working, so that did recover it a bit. But they are stuck in Paldea, so they decide to go for a picnic right on the edge of Levincia, where we know Iono is, and will be appearing soon. But this episode for me, probably the weakest so far of Horizons. It had to come eventually. The first real mediocre episode, but it still had hints of really good plot points and story. But a lot of the first half of this episode was just recapping what had already happened up to this point, and it wasn't like your typical boring recap. They found a way to tie it all into the episode, showing how far the likes of Liko, Roy and Dot have all come in their journey, but it was still boring at times. I did enjoy them bringing in aspects of Scarlet and Violet, like the picnic to get closer bonds with your Pokemon, but at the same time, while we're just chilling in Paldea, we could probably be getting up to some more entertaining stuff. So there's two parts to this episode. One is with Roy and this Wattrel. We all thought that he might catch it, but it looks like that could be saved until next week. It steals his food, and then the Tailo and Ash vibes are out in full force, and it just makes perfect sense for him to get this Pokemon. It would be really cool, so I hope they aren't just baiting us, especially since it looks like it is separated from its pack, so I hope it's not another May Swablu sort of situation. But I enjoyed these interactions, but I can't really say much about it since the focus is going to mainly be next week, and we didn't really see much of it in this one. Then the other plotline was Liko trying to get Ludlow and Dot to experience this picnic, as Ludlow is always stuck watching the ship and Dot just doesn't seem to come out of her room. It was nice to see how much Liko has grown, and it shows everything that she's been through with the crew, and she wants them all to eat together. It was nice. They end up making Ludlow and Dot a picnic on the ship, so they can get a little taste, and Dot sends Liko a picture in her Nidothing outfit, and it seems like the whole crew already knew that she was Nidothing, which does make sense, but Liko is still thinking it's just a costume. I'm not really liking this because Liko is definitely smarter than this, so I'm just wondering how long are they going to carry this on. I don't see the point of even bringing it up if they weren't just going to reveal it fully to Liko straight away. The episode ends with a very cool cliffhanger with Spinel arriving and completely knocking the ship out of action with his Magneton, and this was probably why the ship was stuck in the first place, because he's watching them and waiting to make his move. But overall, this episode, not the best. It had some very cool moments in it, Roy with Wattrel, Liko looking back on her journey, but I didn't really like the Nidothing stuff. Dot as a character has been great, and her development of coming out of her shell, but they need to just let this secret die now because it's pretty much all out in the air, so I don't really see the point in carrying it on. But I am looking forward to next week. I'm praying that Roy catches this Wattrel, and then Spinel is going to be really interesting. I think he's going to pose a massive threat. But that's it for this one. I'm going to go 5 out of 10. Nothing too bad, but also just pretty middle of the road. We did get a new poster of the upcoming events of the series, which was awesome. The likes of Iono and Kabu from Galar making his debut. So some great things coming up, but that's going to be it for this one. Let me know what you thought of this episode. What is your rating out of 10? Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.